it's good, it's good. So, uh, I wanted to um, express my condolences to Bernie and his family. Um, he was one of my favorite comedians. Um, and he was a good man, you know. Um, he was a very good man. Didn't really get into too much trouble, maybe in his youth years, but obviously, comedy actually saved his life. Um, you know, 17 years. It's it's since we lost Bernie. It's mind blowing. He was in the Kings. He was on the Kings of Comedy. Cedric, D.L. Hughley, um, Steve Harvey. He was the last one to close the show, or I think he was the first one. No, he was the last one to close the show. Um, there was always dispute about him and not really dispute, but there was beef between him and Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey never liked him. Um, that's why he was having big roles where Bernie Mac didn't really need the limelight. You know, growing up in Chicago, obviously, say no more. Chicago people, cutthroat people. They mean what they say what they mean. They don't sugarcoat anything. You know, they don't beat around the bush. You know, um, I used to watch Bernie Mac show every time I get out of school. You know, just sit with a bowl of cereal, which I don't eat cereal anymore, but when I was a kid, I used to sit in front of the TV and just, not really a kid, but I was like 13. No, I was 8 at the time. Like I just sit and watch, like countless hours of Bernie Mac. Every time they would bounce around seasons, I didn't really sit down and watch the entire season. But he was just a great dude, and he will always be, a part of me. Obviously, I lived in Chicago for 2 years. It's a great city, man. Great city, great food, great atmosphere, great people. Just, the one thing is crime rate is high sky. But other than that, they okay people, man. I always say Chicago is one of my favorite states. Or one of my favorite states to go to. My grandma lives there. She lives like on the rich side. But yeah, man, he was just one hell of a person. Great energy. And he will be missed. He will be missed. R.I.P. Bernie Mac.